So we're playing another scenario out of the Conquest. It was way smaller. I just had to get a couple guys off the edge of the board, but now it's one victory point for each unit I get off the board on Dad's table side where his Terminators are, and he gets 1 point for every unit he destroys. We've got Slay the Warlord as the only preliminary objective. So yeah, and my first turn, all my units were off the board, so I've had to move them onto the board, and that's going to be the end of my first turn. It's set up in his little bubble that they told him to set up. He had to set up in the middle of his deployment, and he's got his Terminators up the back, ready for a deep strike. So this is my turn, shooting phase, turn 1. Well, Dad popped off a few shots, managed to kill one of my scouts. I popped off a couple shots, managed to wound one of his characters with 1 wound, and I shot off a couple of rockets, managed to kill, I think it was 2 Plague Walkers? Yeah, 2.
2.
Turn 2, commencing. This is the end of my turn 2. Dad's just moving his guys now. Managed to nearly completely wipe out the Poxwalkers. There's only 1 guy left. He can't suffer from morale because of his mindless. I managed to get a lot of wounds off his thinger. What's the tank you've got there called?
Plague Burst Crawler.
Plague Burst Crawler. I got to manage to get like 5 wounds on him or something. So he's down to 5 wounds. My army is advanced, but I've left gaps in my rear, and I believe Dad is going to deep strike behind me with a ton of Terminators, put the hurt on me. But as long as I can keep my units alive, and at least get a few units off that table edge, and if I can kill Typhus, I'm looking at a win. This is Dad's turn 2. Alright, that's the end of turn 2. Dad put down the hurt. He managed to wipe out one of my bike squads up here. I quickly moved because I wanted to see if I could get another bike back. But I quickly moved my apothecary up and tried to regen. I regened a wound on the lone biker there. Richmond.
Tigers, wave them tigers.
But other than that, he moved up. He deep struck his Terminators all around there, trying to roadblock me so I can't get off the board. But it has freed my Marines up a bit. My Marines should come in a turn or 2 and be able to put down some hurt, backing up the fast moving flyers and Dreadnought. This is turn 3 beginning. Right, that's the end of my turn 3. It's going to be the start of Dad's turn 3. Came over here, I shot a heap of shots, I did a lot of action. My land speeders did nothing. I came in for the assault and we managed to take out a few Terminators there. Took out 3 Terminators, and we took out 4 Terminators there. So life is good. Dad's turn 3. Bloody then in Dad's turn, he managed to wipe out one of my land speeders, reduce my other land speeder down to 1 wound, but there's no damage chart. Over here, Typhus came in and we managed to do nothing against each other. And then over here, he managed to get my captain down to 1 wound. Hopefully I'm going to be able to staunch my apothecary in there and get him back up so I can get him off the board. All in all though, it's not looking good. It's going to be the start of turn 4, my turn. The game only goes to turn 5. So really, he's wiped out 2 units so far. It looks like he might get a 3rd, maybe even a 4th. If he gets 4, I'm not going to be able to win. So I'm going to have to do some trickery, try and get some off the board this turn, and then try and hold back with the rest of my army, I guess. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to win this turn 4, beginning my turn. It's going to be the end of turn 4, start of turn 5. It was bloody. Dad managed to blow up my Dreadnought, managed to kill my secondary captain. But it was way more brutal than that. Over here, he's killed, as it stands now, 4 units. And I've only gotten 2 off the board. So at the moment, it's 2 to 4. This is the start of turn 5. It ends at the end of this turn. My turn 5, starting.
One,
Alright.
turning their backs on the enemy and running as fast as they can.
Alright. So that is the end of the game.
Sounds like a
We
copy
ended
of
up
Safari.
coming at a draw. I ended up getting 4 units off the board. He ended up killing 4 units.
Why did you turn it off?
And that is a draw. Unfortunately, he couldn't slay my warlord. I couldn't slay his warlord. And he couldn't quite wipe up these last 2 closest to us. They're a 2-man squad. Couldn't quite kill them, so it became a draw for all. I got my captain off, so I'm pretty happy. I claim that as a